Good evening, everyone. I'm Chinmay Khadke, and I welcome you to this weekly weather discussion from India Meteorological Department. Today, we will discuss the weather observed in the last week and also the forecasted weather in next 2 weeks. If we look at the synoptic conditions that prevailed over last week, there were two western disturbances that affected the northwestern parts of the country. The first from 22nd to 24th of the April, followed by 23rd to 27th of April. Apart from these troughs in the westerlies, there was another trough that was observed in lower level easterlies from 23rd to 26th of April over Bihar, Jharkhand and North Odisha region. There were two sizes observed in this week, one over the eastern MP from 24 to 27 and another over off coast Tamil Nadu. Wind discontinuity from this Saisar over eastern Madhya Pradesh towards the north interior Karnataka was also observed. If we look at the maximum temperature spatial map, most of the part of the country was covered with higher temperatures, which caused heat waves over many parts of the central and northern plains. Some stations also reported warm nights or very warm nights in last week. Severe heat wave prevailed at isolated pockets over Saurashtra and Kutch for a day, and heat waves prevailed at isolated pockets over Bihar and Gangetic West Bengal for 3 days, over Gujarat state for 2 days, and over West Rajasthan, Sub-Himalayan West Bengal, and Odisha, as well as Vidarbha for 1 day during last week. If we look at the maximum temperatures that were reported daily throughout the country, in the last week, the maximum temperature was reported at Rajgarh in West MP, that is 45.6 degrees centigrade yesterday on 27th April. 45.4 degree centigrade temperature was reported in Chandrapur on 21st of April. If you see, out of the 7 days, 6 days reported temperatures more than 44 degrees throughout the countries. If we look at the weekly cumulative rainfall, the rainfall mostly was confined in the southern peninsular region over Kerala and Tamil Nadu and some parts of Maharashtra as well as Karnataka, and heavy rainfall was reported over the northeastern state. So heavy to very heavy rainfall on 23rd and 24th was reported at isolated places over Assam, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh, as well as over southern states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Throughout this week, highest rainfall reported was at Itanagar, that was on 24th of April. If we look at the subdivisional rainfall map of last week, most of the country was devoid of any rainfall, which is depicted in high percentage of departure on the negative side. The northwest India hardly had any rainfall, followed by central India, and South Peninsula also had a departure of minus 73% for last week. Country as a whole had a departure of minus 61% in this week. If we look at the season, that is from 1st of March till 27th of April, the country as a whole reported minus 31% departure from normal, where Northwest India had the largest share of minus 87%. Southern Peninsula had a decent positive anomaly of plus 25% in this season. Coming to the synoptic conditions that were observed today, there are two cycles over different parts of the country. One sicer is observed at mid latitude, at the middle levels uh, over the Assam, and another sicer is observed in the lower levels over eastern Uttar Pradesh. There are two troughs originating from this trough over eastern Uttar Pradesh. One from this eastern UP towards the north interior Karnataka, and another towards east moving towards the central Assam. Maximum temperatures that were reported today, most of the part of the country reported very high temperatures, more than 43 degrees centigrades. Heat wave condition prevailed in many parts of Punjab, West Rajasthan and Vidarbha, and in some parts of Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, and in isolated pockets of Haryana, Delhi, UP, Rajasthan, Gujarat state, and Gangetic West Bengal, as well as Odisha. The Delhi Ridge as well as Gurgaon reported temperatures beyond 45 degrees. And apart from these, Jalgaon also reported more than 45-degree temperature. In Jharkhand, Daulatganj also reported more than 45 degrees temperatures. So in all, there were many stations in different parts of the central and northern plains of the country which reported more than 45 degrees of temperature. Weather warning for the next 5 days. Here you can see the alert which is given by the orange color has been given for the western Rajasthan. But as the week progresses, this orange alert has been given also for the Madhya Pradesh as well as Vidarbha for 30th, 1st and 2nd of May. So the orange alert, which is also giving you the heat wave conditions, are likely to prevail over the northern plains as well as the central parts of the country throughout this week. Apart from heat waves, the heavy rainfall is likely to occur over Assam from 29th onwards. Apart from this, the thunderstorm are also likely to occur over the northwestern Himalayan region in this first part of the week. Coming to the rainfall forecast, the rainfall activity is likely to be confined in the northeastern states and the southern states of Kerala and the coastal Karnataka as well as south interior Karnataka. In the second part of the week, in the second week, that is from 6th May to 12th of May, the rainfall is again likely to continue over with the reduced intensity over the northeastern parts of the country. If we look at the anomaly, the first week is likely to show wet anomaly over the northeastern states, whereas in the second week, the anomaly is likely to be on the drier side in the northeastern states. So for the first week, under the influence of strong southwesterly winds from Bay of Bengal to northeastern states, rainfall intensity is likely to increase over northeastern region from 29th April. Under the influence of western disturbance also, light to moderate isolated rainfall is very likely over the northwestern Himalayan region during next 5 days. Isolated hailstorms are also likely over Uttarakhand during 29th April to 2nd of May. There is a chance of dust storm very likely to occur over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh as well as Rajasthan on 30th April. With second WD approaching, under its influence, light to moderate rainfall at isolated places accompanied with thunderstorm is likely over western Himalayan region from 22nd of May onwards. Due to trough and the wind discontinuity over the peninsular India in lower tropospheric levels, isolated rainfall with thunderstorm activity is very likely over Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana during next 5 days. The rainfall forecast for the week 2, that is from 6th May to 12th of May, due to a trough over East India and strong southwesterly winds from Bay of Bengal to northeastern states, light to moderate rainfall is likely to occur with thunderstorm activity over the northeast and adjoining eastern Indian states. Due to trough and wind discontinuity over southern peninsula, light to moderate rainfall is likely to occur along with thunderstorms in extreme south peninsular India during most days of the week. Overall, rainfall activity is likely to be normal to above normal over East India and parts of northeastern states. And rainfall activity is likely to be below normal over rest of the parts of the country. Coming to the temperature forecast, as you can see, the northern plains are likely to continue to have the higher temperatures in the week 1, and in the second week the eastern coastal states are also likely to have positive anomalies of temperatures. In the first week, heat wave conditions are likely over northwest and central India during next 5 days, and over western Rajasthan over 28th to 30th of April, and severe heat wave condition on 1st and 2nd of May is likely over Rajasthan, western Rajasthan. Heat wave conditions are also likely in isolated parts of Vidarbha, western Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Rajasthan during next 5 days. Over eastern Uttar Pradesh during 28th to 1st of May, and it is also likely over the southern state of Telangana during 28th of April to 1st of May, and over Gujarat state on 28th of April. Coming to the second week of temperature forecast, no significant change in maximum temperatures is likely over most parts of the country as compared to first week. However, these are likely to be above normal by 2 to 4 degrees centigrade over many parts of the northwest India and along the eastern coastal states. It is likely to be below normal to near normal over rest of the parts of the country. Heat wave at isolated pockets is likely over northwest and adjoining central India and over eastern coastal states of Odisha, coastal Andhra Pradesh during some days of the week. Coming to the probability of cyclogenesis in next 2 weeks. In the week 1, there is no probability of cyclogenesis over Indian Ocean, but in the second week after a long hiatus, we are likely to have moderate probability of cyclogenesis over the southeastern Bay of Bengal and adjoining Andaman Seas in the week 2. That is all from our side today. Do follow us on social media, make use of our apps for Android as well as iOS, and do visit our websites like mosam.imd.gov.in for the weather updates of your region. Thank you.